Economy travellers taking you to Queensland's upgraded Gold Coast Airport, which we think has the best approach and takeoff views in the world. Hello, I'm Leslie. We can't show you the security areas, but do look out for the border marking on the floor as you pass through the customs hall after collecting your bags. When you walk out, the first thing you'll see on your left are the toilets and a big empty waiting space with plenty of seating, but no little stalls or phone places or anything. It's fairly basic. That's where you come out. There is a rubbish bin and a foreign exchange ATM if you want to change money. We're heading down to the bus stop so that we can catch the bus, so that we can connect with the train to get to Brisbane. There are more services inside this area here. This is the domestic arrival area. If you want one of those trolleys, it will cost you $5 Australian and you have to pay by card, so be prepared. We're heading for departures, which is on your right as you come in from the buses. The bus stops are just outside there. Rental cars are here, the main brands are here, and you can find on the sign up there, it shows you where the coaches are, public buses, car rentals and so on. So let's head down there to the departure. Check-in is opposite a nice bank of toilets, and depending on which airline you're going, there are plenty of kiosks if you don't have anything complicated to check in. You can print boarding passes and check in, and also print your bag tags from these machines. However, if you have something like batteries or anything that's on their list, or you have a GST claim to make, you will need to go and check in as normal at the queue.
I'm actually from Australia.
Be aware that the queues can be quite long. That's the queue for AirAsia, their morning flight to Kuala Lumpur. There's a bag drop over there if you've managed to successfully drop your print your tag, but that one appears to only be if you're catching a Virgin flight. You still have to go to the AirAsia ones and take them to the people at the counters, but that's a separate one. You see baggage drop there and check in. Come unstuck. There are little people wearing lovely turquoise shirts with a big eye on the back, and they will help you with information. There's a baggage store down the end, and there are vending machines for drinks and things as well. And there are plenty of seats if you're waiting for somebody who's checking in. If you want a cup of coffee, you can get one here, and you're allowed to take it through this level of security. There's a two-step security check if you're going to catch an international flight, but if you're just flying domestic, it's just this one. But be warned, especially on a Monday morning, there could be a lot of people, the queues could be long, so make sure you're early and don't waste time getting into the queue for the security check. Enjoy the view through the window. You can even see Mount Warning in the distance. with its little twin peaks and another bit in the middle. You can charge your devices. That one's busted. There's one that's working. You come in opposite the gate 14 for domestic flights when you come through security, and there are quite a number of shops here, plus plenty of seating for you to enjoy your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, just a snack. They've got healthy stuff, they've got tasty stuff. If you're going for a skiing holiday or a surfing holiday or whatever, they'll look after you over there. Or your sunnies, if you've left them at home, pick up a pair here. 40% off at the moment. Check your gates if you're flying domestic or international. You can be guided by that. We're going this direction because we're leaving from one of the higher gates. The coffee prices, you can get a bar burger, waffles, fries. Hankering for banh mi? Oh, here they've got a stall and they look very tasty. And organic coffee. Plenty of healthy and not so. We're going through to the international departures. Left as you come in from the first security. You'll have to walk down this corridor and then go up a level to get to the international departures. If you're wanting to avail yourself of lounge facilities, there are lounges along here as well. That's the Virgin Lounge. And you'll be pleased to know that they don't have straight down steps. They've got out and down so that it's easier to get off. Even though they have no aero bridges for the domestic flights, at the international end they have aero bridges. When you reach this point, gates 20 to 40 international departures, and you can't take anybody with you to wave. It's departing passengers only. So up we go. We've just come up the escalator. There are also lifts if you're not up to the escalators or the stairs. And you can't take prams, trolleys or large bags. Some domestic flights that leave from this area, so that one is to the right, and there are toilets down there as well. International departures, obviously you keep left. There's our aircraft just coming in, and they're pulling up the aero bridges. So you don't have to walk. This is the one we're flying to Kuala Lumpur on today. There's a little Virgin Australia aircraft trotting out there at the moment. And you can see the beautiful scenic rim at the back of the Gold Coast. This new part of the airport's a great improvement on the old section. There's a lot more room in here for a start. They've got a bar at the other end there. There's a bookshop and a pretty large duty-free area. There's quite a bit of seating, and quite a few of the seats have tables, so you can go and look for some coffee. That's what we will do now. They have a bar, and let's see if we can find a coffee place. Perhaps around the back. They have some delectable eats. Beautiful local wines, and there's the coffee. Okay, we've got our coffee. Now we're sitting at a little table here, and there are seats with power supply. In between the seats they've got USB and international multi-sockets. So whatever you've got, you can go for it. There are tables as well, and in between the tables you've got two USB and an Australian plug only. So if you've got an Australian type plug, you can use this one or a USB. We've been looking around for a water fountain so that we could fill our water bottles, but we can't find anything. They may have some, but they're certainly not obvious. A kind man told us where to fill our water bottles. It's right down the other end, but there's a place for the kids to play while you queue.
Sorry.
There's something for heart. And let's have a look at the bathrooms. The toilets are clean and well supplied with paper. These are completely hands-free. Soap is dispensed by putting a hand underneath, water in the middle, and at the side is a hand dryer. This is the assisted boarding waiting point, so if you need some help boarding, this is where you go. The boarding gates are down past the bar and the coffee place, and past W.H. Smith. So you can get yourself some munchies if you want, or a magazine, or a neck pillow or something. There are more seats over here for when they really start calling. There's a multi-faith room if you need it. And the toilets are also just a little further down. This is where we'll go down. There are also some lifts, but I'm not sure whether we'll be using those or not. There's a service desk and an ATM. Boarding's down a ramp. We hope you've enjoyed your look at the Gold Coast Airport and find it useful. Even though it's only the International Arrival Hall and Departure Lounge that are new, they are a huge improvement and will happily use this airport again. You do still have quite a walk, and there are 2 security checks plus immigration, so allow yourself plenty of time, especially if you have a TRS claim. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so we can make more. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.